Hello everyone, my name is Draconicrose and welcome back to Forager. Today we have a few goals we want to get to. So first of all, we unlocked the market and we want to build it. For that we need leather. So let's go and craft most of our leather and let's keep an eye out for cows so that we can get more hide. But until that, there are other goals we want. For our upgrades, we need paper for the moldy book. That was 5 paper, so let's get that going. Not so bad. But for example, the bone pick requires bone, and the medium wallet requires hot peppers, medium backpack, just more leather. But both the bone and the hot peppers are in different biomes. What that means is we need to start buying some more islands. So let's get a look at it. Well, we know that bones biomes are around here. We definitely don't have money for that. And the desert, the desert biomes are quite over here. Also do not have money for that. So I guess we are saving up a little bit more. Alright. So first things first, we just got the 5 paper we needed. So let's craft the moldy book. The books are worth crafting because, like other equipment, they give you bonuses. Yeah, they give you bonuses to your resource collection and to experience, I think. It's just nice stuff. Mostly we are going to want those cows around because we need to get the hide, leather and stuff like that. Oh, there we go with the slowdowns again. I've been told it's just my computer. I can't believe I need a better graphics card for this because my CPU is pretty decent. So there we go. Moldy book XP gain increased by 15%, so definitely worthwhile crafting, especially for 5 paper. That's really not much now, is it? So now we need to level up, and let's grab the wheat because wheat will turn into flour on the mill and that will be cool. So there we go, level 16, and let's see what we can get. Options here. Artistry. Crafted items sell for 25% more coin. Probably worthwhile later. Items discarded from our inventory are instantly sold instead. Now this is a very powerful perk, which we will keep an eye on. Combat gives us access to swords, which have an AoE attack. Very good. Alchemy I haven't tried. Novice scrolls just gives us access to scrolls. Farming gives us access to shovels, windmills, and unlocks bread. Bread is a good money maker. Windmills are necessary for a bunch of things, so, and shovels, of course, we need them to dig. So that's a good one. Commerce is the other option. Fishing traps catch things 50% faster, unlocks cooked fish. Cooked fish is decent. It heals and gives you more energy, but I don't think it's too worthwhile. Trees drop 50% more wood. More wood means more coal, but not so much for now. Carpentry unlocks torches, and structures cost 25% less wood. Good, but not for now. Machinery unlocks the flower press. The flower press is nice because it allows us to make landfill. I think it's a bit too early for that. And manufacturing. Manufacturing is really good because of the 20% chance to craft double items, but again, I don't think it's what we should go for right now. Engineering of structures work 25% faster, that's nice. Droids and EMP grenades are way out of our league right now, so are power plants. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with commerce, and that is because there's a perk here, which is jewelry, which we definitely want sooner rather than later because amulets are pretty great. Jewelry unlocks amulets and gems sell for 20% more coins. That's not relevant, we're probably never selling gems. but the amulets are really good, and that will be our next perk, and then farming. Alright, so that's a plan. Let's look at our next tome. Requires 5 paper and 5 leather. We have the leather saved up for something else, and we need a few more flowers, so that's fine. Let's get ourselves some food. Some food in us, and make that 5 paper. There we go. Yeah, we just need 1 more leather for the medium backpack, and we'll be good there. Alrighty, so let's keep going with our stuff. We're definitely going to need to make money, which means crafting more coins. Unfortunately, that also means our gold is going to coins, pretty much. So let's see here, do you have any? No, so let's craft some. There we go. That's some gold crafting, fiber, beets, and of course wood. Inventory is full. What does that? Oh, it's the gold. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I see a beef. What can I get rid of that is not relevant enough for now? The seaweed. We're definitely going to want more seaweed later, but not too much. So there we go. We get a little bit more hide. Here's a few fairies, which are decent for experience. We'll get some coal and iron while we're here. And now, oh, there's more gold, just getting that. There we go, now we can get more gold going. Well, one more gold going. Inventory is still full. What did I pick up that wasn't... gold ore, okay, never mind. But we can get 1 more leather, which is what we need for the backpack, which means we'll get a bigger inventory. Bigger inventory means our inventory won't be full that much. Oh, I see that. I see you, and I want to kill you because you give me lots of hide. And I think we just got... and now we're missing thread. Because, of course. Actually, that was a mistake, probably. Well, never mind. We'll just go gather more gold ore while we're at it. And grab some more experience from these jellies. Isn't that nice? Yes, I think it is. Aha! Dastardly jellies. Alright, so I've been farming a little more while things were doing, and I just remembered, we've also unlocked the mining rods, and we already have enough for 1. So I think, for the time being, I'm actually going to place this mining rod in my home island. I'm going to let it do its thing and keep the whole island clear while I do something else. Now you see what the mining rod does is it will quote-unquote attack resources and send them to my inventory if it can. If it can't, well, it just does that. Yeah, see, very nice. It is way slower than me just getting the resources by hand, but it does so passively, so while I'm farming somewhere else, it's just clearing away the things near here. Which is pretty good. It does require steel, which means I have to keep making it. And it is going to obviously use my ingots of everything. And I kind of need those ingots to make, well, at least the gold ones, to make me some coins for islands. So that's a bit of a trade-off that I have here, where I have to... I have to decide where I want to use the gold for coin or for mining rods. I think for the time being using it for coins is fine, but in the future it's definitely going to be more useful as steel. Well, Back to the grind, I guess. It's daytime now and all the thread has finished being made, so that means you can start making the medium backpack. And it should really alleviate the whole inventory thing. So afterwards we need to get the leather going and of course the bone. I want to make more than one, obviously. But that bone pick is also going to be very, very useful. Alright, let's do all of them that we can. And again, back to the grind. I'll bring you back when the backpack is done. We get the medium backpack, adds 4 more inventory slots. So the backpacks are really useful, especially for the inventory. Though if you go heavy on vaults, maybe less so. But for our purposes, they really are good. The wallet just increases the amount of coins you can carry with you, which is nice, but not that big of a deal. So what do we need for the next one? Again with the bones and royal clothing. Royal clothing, well, it's expensive, right? Mostly on leather. So that is what we are working on now. We're going to need a leather both for that and for the slimy tome, which I think we will get first. It seems like a better upgrade than, you know, just the backpack, especially now that we are starting to get enough inventory slots that it's not as worthwhile, I don't think. Alright, so next things that we need to do is just to get to the next level so that we can finally get the jewelry perk. And that jewelry perk is really going to come in handy. So let me see if I can't get to it real quick here. That will, of course, involve killing some living things because they give me the best EXP. Well, at least most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. And that is all that matters. Of course, wood, also very important. 6 EXP, but chickens, 7, 8 EXP is good for a chicken. And there we go. Level 17 and I can stop stalling now. Alright, let's get to our skills and grab our jewelry perk. I'm not even going to look at anything else. This is the perk we wanted for this level, and that is the perk we are going to get. So, jewelry unlocks amulets. Basic amulet, the first one. Pretty easy, so just some iron, ruby, emerald. And we are going to craft. Shouldn't take long, but I'll bring you in when it does get crafted. Gain 25% more resources. This is definitely going to help us out in our quest for more gold, for more islands. So the amulets, really worth going for them like pretty early on. And getting a full use out of them. So the earlier you get it, the better for you. And again, back to the grind. As you can tell, this game is a very grindy one. Well, I just got a very interesting item. This is the golden egg. It's also 500 coins, so being able... Oh! And we've also crafted a slimy tome. EXP gain increased by 30%, so you see how the tomes are very useful. Pretty soon the slimy amulet will also get completed. But as I was saying, the golden egg sells for a lot, is rare, but you're going to need 2 of them to complete the game. So only if you have more than 2 will we be able to sell them. Slimy amulet, gain 50% more resources. Again, pretty much worthwhile. So what do we need next? Well, the Necronomicon is going to need bone and 10 paper. So you can also get that going. Or not, we need more flowers of all things. But we can get the most that we can get going. I'm also going to... okay, I don't have anything there. Can I get the glass going? I can. Alright, so, and bone amulet. Again, with the bone. What's with the bone? Well, I think that makes it pretty clear that our next biome is going to have to be the graveyard. So that removes a bit of our choice, even if the wallet wants the desert instead. Alright, we still can't make royal clothing. Cows are coming in few and far in between. And even the dangerous boar things are not spawning that well. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slog to get there. However, I did notice that we got to 500 coins, and if I remember correctly... I don't. I thought this one was 500. It's 800. So the desert is cheaper, but we want to go to the graveyard, so... Again, back to the grind, getting ourselves quite a few more coins going. And I'll bring you back when I either level up or have enough money to buy a new item. Level up for me, which means I get to decide on the next skill. But I do think it's pretty obvious. Supply, market, sell more items. We don't even have the market installed right now. But you could look at it. The combat for the sword, or the wood cutting for the extra wood. I think textiles. It's also going to be necessary because of the boots and gloves, but I think right now we're going to go for farming. And there we go. Alright, and the first things first, we need to make a shovel. Pretty easy, and it's possibly going to be fast. It's going to allow us to dig little spots like this, and while I'm here, let me just bottle up that torch book, because it does give me XP. But yeah, these little spots have more of a chance to give us sand and bone and even artifacts, which are going to be needed for the museum. I do have one on me, the anchor. And every biome is going to have different artifacts that it can give you, so the shovel becomes pretty essential. Here we go. Dig up dirt to plant crops or to find items. So, wait, what did that grow on top or replace? Oh, it grew on top, good. So, we dig up, I got a bunch of sand and some arrows. Arrows, not very useful, they sell for 4 coins. If I had a market, that would be fine. On that note, brick and leather, yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm going to get economy first. But yeah, it is useful. On right click though, not on right click, if you dig up a empty spot or something, you get this little circle, and if you have seeds, you can plant them in that little circle. How do you get seeds, you ask? Well, you need the windmill, basically. You can either buy them or you can make them on the windmill. I think that is a good goal for us. How many did it need? Actually, don't want to occupy a furnace with it for long. So it needs 30, we have 17, so we need 13. 13 brick. So let's get that going. And then we are going to get the windmill. So the shovel, just like everything else, has upgrades. The water shovel, it's going to have an increased radius, and when you dig, it's actually going to irrigate the spot, which means your crops will grow faster. Of course, it's pretty nice. So there's never any downside to upgrading things, I don't think. So we might as well do it as often as we can. Yeah. So, I think we are in a good place right now. We are getting upgrades done. We are close to unlocking a new island. We just need the levels coming in. Destroy it, kill 100 enemies, and the water shovel. Dig area increase, digging irrigates the dirt. So let's look at the difference. I can now dig a 2x2, and when I dig, my circles look darker because they are irrigated. So that's pretty good. Again, not very useful for us right now. I'm actually going to use my druid scroll. Should I save it? I think I'll save it for the graveyard, actually. because the graveyard does have a unique flower, and we are going to need a lot of it. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. We are finally ready to build the windmill, and I have prepared a little area over here to build it, like right on the water, just to minimize the amount of actual land that we're taking up, because we need it. There we go, the windmill. So what can I do with the windmill? Well, once the feed goes away, we can make flour, which allows us to make bread, animal feed, which allows us to make animals poop, and I think chickens can give us golden eggs more often. And we can make seeds of several things, including things we don't have access to yet. So wheat seeds are something that we can do. I'm actually just going to make a few. Yeah, let's make 4, because I actually want to make the windmill start making saplings, so that we can give the druid his 30 saplings. That will be very good for our plants, and we're pretty darn close to being able to get ourselves the new islands. So that's going to be exciting, I think. And there we go, 800 coins. So let's go over here and let's buy the land. Our first graveyard spot. Make a bridge over there, as you do. That was actually perfect. So what we get from this place? Well, we get trees, which just look different, but otherwise don't behave anywhere, any way different from normal trees. We're going to get gravestones, which spawn skeletons, and that's nice, I suppose. And we are going to get pumpkins and lavender. No, not lavender, nightshade, sorry. Lavender is from the top, from the north. We are also going to get a few of the game's first dungeons. This is the Skull Maze, and I've actually never been in it. I think you need to... Well, I mean, I think you just need to get through the maze, right? I wonder if there's any traps or anything. Ah, here's the skeletons. These are the enemies you'll find in the graveyard. They give you bones. That's one of the main reasons why we wanted the graveyard in the first place. And they will allow us to get the further upgrades, I mean. Let's just keep ourselves fed just in case. Alright. So here's another brazier. Can light that up to remember where we've been. Doesn't matter, I'm using the always turn right method. Ew, good rewards here. Oh, we don't have room for an amethyst. Well, for an amethyst, I'm definitely killing that flower. There we go. And we can light that up as well. And keep going. Alright, we've come right back up to the start. Let's go through this one now. And keep going. And here's a room with more enemies. This kind of places is where the sword would have been handy, but that's fine. I can deal with these. They're not too dangerous. So I'm gonna light these up and get a bunch more gems and stuff. Okay, so what can we get rid of? Well, all of this stone gives us quite a hefty bit of money. And I'm going to get rid of the meat. I don't need it for now, I can't even cook it. I'd rather take the other stuff. Continuing on, I think we've reached a doorway. No, we haven't. Alright, we'll keep going. Got a dead end over there. Up this dark scary corner, another dead end. Good to find the dead ends early on. Keep up. Yes, more skeletons. I'm actually happy to see these guys because of the upgrades I need to do. And down, down, down. Not sure if I'll find anything interesting. Possibly just rewards and more skeletons. I was actually hoping for one of the puzzles. And not this one. I guess this is fine because I haven't seen it before. Alright, so that's the end room, which I'm not going to complete until I get everything else, but gotta get everything else first, I suppose. Alright, so that dead end only has a skeleton. There's a chest over there, but we'll get to it eventually. Yeah, I am betting this one just leads up to the end room. See, this kind of cluster is why the sword is very, very good. Ah, that one almost got me. But it didn't, haha, so I win. Alright, let's keep heading on. There's a big skeleton. That's going to be, well, first of all, difficult to fight, and second, useful because they drop the big skull, which is a component in some upgrades. I don't think we can get through the entirety of this, at least not today, and not if we want all that the maze has to offer us. I'm honestly surprised I'm using so much lighting and my frames haven't dropped that much. Alright, up this way. And we get that ferry. That one's already trying to get me. We get the ferry, and here is that guy's room. And the end room, okay. So, yeah, as you can guess, this guy is a little quicker on the draw and has a bigger range than... Ow! Yeah, I'm not going to fight him right now then. Better wait for some upgrades. Here's another one of those big guys. I'm just going to dodge through him. And keep going. Found ourselves another little edge of the maze. Should find a second ferry, or not. Sure, prove me wrong. Why not? Here we go. And I really wish my wings of the vampire, which I do have. You can see them here. These are active even if they're not visibly on the character. I really wish they would give me more health as I kill these. I know. I think walking through me hurts them. I'm not entirely sure. But I think so. So this is another big chest. I'm not going to grab it due to fear of closing the maze. I'm just going to keep going and find all the neat little rewards. Of course, I could be drawing this or looking up a guide. It would make it faster to just grab all of the things, but this is a better method. At least for the fun of exploration, I think. Alright. On, 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 on. And we're going to fight this guy. And there we go, my vampirism has finally healed me up. And on the other side we're going to have another big fight. Yeah, definitely don't want to get in that room. And there's another big chest, so I'm not sure if the blue ones actually close the maze. Do I want to risk it? Maybe. I don't want to go through those guys. So let's keep going down here and back to the blue chest. I might risk it for the heck of it. I mean, we're here, right? So let's risk it. Necrorod, use it to summon skeletons. Okay, tools and weapons. Necrorod, but I can't actually use it. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Wait, where does that chest come from? Oh, over here. I just didn't get to it. Okay. So there we go. A little bit more of rewards. Oh, that's a topaz. That's a topaz. Topaz is going to be very much needed later on. Pro tip, if you want to quickly leave one of the dungeons, you're just going to config, save and exit to menu, then go right back in and you're at the door. Yeah, just like that. So we got a few goodies, but the maze is big and I've elected to wait a bit to explore the rest of it, like next episode. For now, let's plant our wheat seeds. If I find a way to water the crops, they'll grow much faster. Yeah, I think you're supposed to do that before you get the water shovel. But in our case, we did get the water shovel. The reason I'm putting the crops here is because when they grow, the mining rod will get to them. Which is nice. Like, real nice. Alright. And that's how you make one circle with the water shovel. So we did get a few good bits of bone. So let's see if we can't start something. Well, I appear to have 0 bone. Why? Well, it seems like I was mistaken about that tip, because I lost everything I got in there, so that's fun. But here you go, you can see the mining rod starting to mine the wheat as it grows. I get the experience anyway, and I don't have to bother with it. But on that terrible note, that will be it for this episode, I guess. Next episode we are going back in the maze. In the meanwhile, in between episodes, I'm just going to go in myself and just gather up everything that I had before. That is life. So that is it for this episode. Please remember to like and subscribe, ring the bell so that YouTube notifies you of more Forager. But until next time, please remember that here, there be dragons.
Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk. And if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.